Okay, let me guess. You're eating clean, you're working out, you're drinking all the water, and you still feel stuck. You're bloated, you're exhausted by 3, and maybe you're even gaining weight while you're eating fewer calories. And you're wondering, what am I missing? What's wrong? The truth of the matter is, it's not your fault. It's your hormones. And today I'm going to show you exactly how to reset your body with the food and the fasting rhythms it was created for. Today, we're going to talk about why your energy, your motivation, and your metabolism feel like they've hit a wall and exactly what we can do to take care of that. Okay, so let's break this down really quick because this isn't a weight thing. This is a wiring thing. The 3 hormones that are probably out of whack are your cortisol, your insulin, and your leptin. Now let's talk about these 3. The first one, cortisol. Okay, so cortisol is your stress hormone. And when that's chronically elevated, that leads to burnout and increased belly fat. And the second one, insulin. Insulin is your sugar, your blood sugar hormone. And when that is out of whack or chronically elevated, or you have imbalances, that leads to energy crashes, cravings, and yes, weight gain. And then the third hormone, leptin. Leptin is your hunger and your fullness hormone. If you've developed a leptin resistance, then you will never feel full. And on top of that, you will have a sluggish metabolism. So when these hormones are off, this is what happens. You store fat, even with fewer calories. Your cravings override your willpower. So it doesn't matter how much willpower you have, your cravings will cause you to eat and indulge. And mid-morning, your energy will crash. This happens all the time. And in the end, you just feel like your body is betraying you. It isn't working with you. You're doing all the right things and your body is saying, nope, not going to work with you. Just to make this clear, this isn't about discipline. This isn't about how disciplined you are or how dedicated you are. This is about biology. And when we work against our biology, we are fighting a losing battle. We need to work with our biology in order to get the outcomes, to get the fat burning, the energy, and the lifestyle that we are looking for. So there are 2 ways to fix this: fasting and your fuel. But let's talk about your fuel. We need to get this right. First of all, how you fuel your body. Basically, what you eat. Okay, so there's 3 core food shifts that support your hormone healing. The first one is to prioritize protein and healthy fats in your first meal. So by doing this, it keeps your blood sugar stable and it helps to support that cortisol curve. Things like eggs, avocados, Greek yogurt. You want a high protein, especially on that first meal. Of course, we want protein forward with every meal, but with that first meal, when you're breaking your fast or when you're first having your breakfast, that's so important for hormone balance. Number 2 thing that you have to do is ditch the snacking. We have to stop snacking. We are eating so much. And every time you eat, you're bringing your insulin up, you're causing blood sugar storage, which is fat storage. You are tanking your metabolism if you constantly eat. So we have to make sure that we aren't snacking. You can have 2 full meals, you can have 3 full meals, but stop the snacking in between. We have to give our body time to rest in between those meals. The best time in between meals is to go 4 full hours in between your meals. Your body can digest the food, it can use the nutrients, and then you are ready to receive your next meal on a stomach that's ready and willing to digest and do what it's supposed to do. And the third thing is to add color and minerals to your food. Some leafy greens, some berries, sea salt, bone broth, all these things will add those things into your diet. These are what we consider hormone gold. And minerals are really the missing link for energy and your body's ability to detox. So when you eat, when you fuel your body, doing it the right way will help support your efforts as you move towards wanting more energy, fat loss, becoming more focused in your daily activities and what you're able to do. This plays a big part in all of that. It isn't about restriction. It's about regulation. Think of food as like information. And so you just want to send the right signals to your body, to your hormones, so that it can start to do what you want it to do. Next, we want to think about using fasting to rebalance. Here's where it gets powerful. when you fast with intention and not as an idea of punishment. So we start slow because this isn't a challenge, it's a rhythm. We want to work with our body. So you start with 12-12. Fast for 12 hours. Overnight counts, when you sleep counts. So fast from 6 at night to 6 in the morning, or 7 at night to 7 in the morning, whatever your schedule allows, but start fasting for 12 hours. And then move on to 14 hours that you're fasting. And then if that feels good for you, move on to 16 hours or 18 hours. We want to work with our body what feels good. One of the things about fasting is not everybody follows the same schedule. We're all different. Just like our fingerprints are different, we're all different. And our body reacts to different fasts in different ways. It is a powerful tool, and that's what makes it so powerful, is it's for anybody, whether you're going to fast longer or fast shorter, it's still a healing process that your body goes into. And for women, if you're still cycling, this is important to make sure that you cut back on fasting, especially that week before your cycle, because that's important for your sex hormones, for your estrogen, your progesterone, and your testosterone. Mostly progesterone. So that week before your cycle, you want to cut back on your fasting so that your progesterone can come in like it's supposed to do. So the benefits of fasting when it's done right is it lowers your insulin and it burns fat. It increases cellular repair, so you get less inflammation, you get better skin, and it helps to stabilize your mood and gives you more energy and more clarity. Now, fasting isn't about skipping meals to be skinny. It's about giving a break to your body and its system to be able to do what it's supposed to do, to help you burn the fat, to give you the energy, to help you be more resilient and more mindful in what you're doing each day. That's what fasting is for. So don't think of it, like I said, as a punishment. It's an intentional tool that I believe everybody can benefit from. So here is your hormone reset starter plan in 3 steps. Number 1, prioritize protein. Protein first, especially in breakfast, but every other meal. You want protein first. That helps to keep you full. It keeps your hormones balanced, and it helps to regulate your blood sugar. The number 2 thing is eat real meals. Do not snack all day. Do not cause your insulin to go up and down all day because you're fighting against yourself. Your body is in storage mode, and there's no way you're going to be able to drop fat that way. When insulin is high, you cannot burn fat, and you'll feel sluggish and you'll have more cravings. So we want to keep insulin low, and we do that by making sure that we eat meals, not snack. In America today, probably all over the world, we snack too much. We're always looking and popping things in our mouth because we think we need it or we feel like we want it, and it's really working against our health. So no snacking, just 2 or 3 meals a day. Make sure you're having plenty of protein and healthy fats, and you will see a difference. And number 3 is throw in fasting. Try a gentle rhythm of fasting. If that is 12 hours, you're still doing something so good for your body. You're allowing your body to rest, you're allowing it to digest, and you're allowing it to take initiative to start to heal the way our bodies were designed to heal. So it's just giving that rest. And when you look at it that way and it's intentional, you understand the power of it, how fasting is something that works for us, and it can work for any single person. There is no right way to fast. I mean, as far as hours, you can change it up and do what works for you. I fast totally different. I have daughters who fast. They fast different than me. I have sons who fast. They fast different from me. And I have women friends who fast different from me. We all do it our own way, but we all see progress, and we all see healing, and we see fat loss and energy, appetite control, all these things that it does for you. Resilience, longevity, clearer skin, all these things. So you can pick your regimen, you can pick your hours, but start with 12 and start to fit it in rhythmically, naturally, so that you're rooted in basic primal nutrition, what we should be doing. And most importantly, listen to your body. Track your energy, track your mood and your cravings. Don't just track on the scale. Track how you feel, because you will see a difference in that quicker than anything else. Because in all reality, if you're looking for fat loss, you're looking for balance, you're looking for more energy, you're not stuck. You're just a little bit out of rhythm, and we can fix that. So if this spoke to you, if you had a light bulb moment in this video, drop a fire emoji below and let me know which hormone hack, which one of these steps you're going to do first. And we have to remember that when we're working against our body and there's a way to fix it, we just have to remember that our bodies aren't broken. It just needs better instructions. If you like this, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure you share it out, and make sure, if you haven't yet, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next video.